Hey guys, I'm Jake from today'siphone.com, and is it just me, or does it always seem like there's some rumor about the next iPhone out there? Now first it was the Verizon iPhone, and as you know, we have that, and then it was the white iPhone, and now there are reports that a white iPhone 4 is coming out in the spring, and now it's rumors of an iPhone with a 4-inch screen. Now these rumors have been circulating for a little while now, and they've been gaining some momentum because of all the Android phones that are coming out with really big 4.3-inch screens that make the iPhone's 3.5-inch screen look pretty small. Now people seem pretty torn between whether they want the 4-inch iPhone or whether they like the screen size that it is now. And Redmond Pi released a mock-up of what an iPhone with a 4-inch screen could look like, and I have to say it isn't pretty. And up until recently, that's basically all the information we've had about a 4-inch iPhone, that, you know, it could be a possibility. However, this week, an iPhone part leaked that could just confirm a 4-inch screen. The image circulating the web is from a Chinese reseller of Apple components, and it shows a digitizer for the front of the iPhone with the basic cutouts for the camera, the speaker grill, and the home button, but the cutout for the screen is 4 inches, not 3.5. What's more interesting though is the fact that the actual digitizer, which is the front panel of the iPhone, is not any bigger itself, just the cutout for the screen, which makes people think that if this is legit, Apple's going to try to cram a 4-inch screen onto the size of the current iPhone 4. Okay, well even though this mock-up looks pretty bad, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that if Apple does implement a 4-inch screen, the iPhone will not look like this. But even still, it's definitely a departure from the current iPhone design with the larger bezel around the screen. Now personally, I wouldn't mind a bigger screen on the iPhone as long as they kept the Retina display and there was no problem with the app resolution or anything like that. But I want to know what you guys think about this. Would you like a 4-inch screen on your iPhone, or are you happy with the 3.5-inch screen that it has now? The comment section is down there below. You should write stuff in it. Okay, moving on, in iPad news, rumors have been swirling about the next generation Apple tablet, first saying that the device was going to be released very soon, and then saying that there were some delays, but now Apple has put at least some of those rumors to rest, while raising others by releasing an invitation for an iPad event on March 2nd. Now the event is being held at the Yerba Buena Center, which, if you remember, is where they launched the original iPad. And I'd say it's a pretty safe bet that they will launch the next iPad on March 2nd. The only question now is, when will it go on sale? Now, Apple Insider spoke to a source familiar with the matter, and they say that Apple will release the iPad, if not on March 2nd, very close to it. Furthermore, this source claims that Apple is prepping for a mass consumer product launch. Now, as you know, nothing is certain until we hear it from Apple, whatever. But if this is true and Apple completely skips the whole pre-order process and goes straight to retail sales, that would be really awesome, because with all the rumors of cameras on the iPad and a slimmer profile and whatnot, people are definitely going to want to get their hands on this thing. But the iPad 2 isn't the only thing that's rumored to make an appearance on March 2nd. BGR claims that in addition to launching the next iPad, Apple will release the Gold Master of iOS 4.3. Now for those of you who don't know, a Gold Master of a software is basically like the finished product, but pre-released for developers before it goes to the general public. So if the Gold Master for 4.3 comes out on March 2nd, that should mean that everybody's getting 4.3 pretty soon. Now that would be pretty awesome, but do you know what would be even better? iOS 5! Thank you. There's nobody over there. Engadget is claiming that iOS 5 is almost guaranteed to make an appearance at this March 2nd event. And there's also some talks of a carbon fiber iPad or maybe a 6-inch iPad, but those don't really seem too reliable. I think it's pretty certain though that no matter what we see at this event, it's gonna be sweet. Alright, moving on. Do you guys remember when Consumer Reports reviewed the iPhone 4 for AT&T last year? Basically praising the device to no end and then saying that they couldn't review it because of the antenna problems, which makes no sense at all. Well, I'm glad to say that they've done the exact same thing with the Verizon iPhone. Now, we took a look at the Verizon iPhone's antenna system when it came out, and yes, it does seem to suffer from the same death grip issue that the iPhone for AT&T does, but at the same time, it's also the same awesome phone that it is on AT&T. Honestly, the bottom line is, the phone is awesome, and yes, it does have problems, but they're very, very easily remedied. With a case or a body skin, or just if you hold your phone differently, the problem is non-existent. I know a few people with the Verizon iPhone and they've had no problems with it. Any of you guys out there with the Verizon iPhone, what do you think of it? Is it better or worse than your old phone reception-wise, or do you not notice a difference? And finally, Apple released the non-beta version of FaceTime for Mac this week. Now this is a software that allows you to chat between your FaceTime-enabled iPhone or iPod and a computer. I guess you could use it for computer to computer too if you don't like iChat. Unfortunately though, this new software costs $1 in the Mac App Store as opposed to the free beta version. And the only real difference is support for HD video calls with the new Macs, but you can't make HD video calls from your iPhone or iPod. And even some older Macs that can do HD video calls don't have this capability for this FaceTime application. Wait, so what? It's nice to see that Apple is making the effort to make FaceTime available on all their devices, but right now, if you have the beta, I definitely would not buy the $1 version until Apple makes some real strides to, making it worth it. Well, that's it for this week, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and if you have any comments or questions, definitely feel free to follow me on Twitter at TIPJake, and I will answer questions to the best of my ability. Oh, and don't forget, for more news, views, and reviews, head over to today'siphone.com.